Being different is a choice, and if you choose correctly, you will benefit from it. I was driving down one of the major streets in my city, and there's a lot of construction going on. And I noticed this as I was seeing this, I was like, this is a perfect message to talk to my diamonds about. On the same road, within, I don't know, let's say a minute and a half, 2 minutes of each other, there were two different companies that were remodeling their stores and doing reconstruction because they need to revamp. However, I noticed one thing. One of the stores was doing construction, and I'm talking about heavy construction, yet they were still open during the remodel. So as I'm driving, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Once they finally open, I'm going to go back there. 2 minutes go by. I look on the opposite side of the street. Same concept. There's heavy construction, yet that location this business was closed during the remodel. And I thought this was a very interesting visualization of the concept I'm going to talk to you about. Two people can go through the same things in life and have two completely different outcomes. There have been so many people who, understand where I'm coming from when I talk about my skinny series videos. But then there's some hate, and I don't understand the hate because I always tell you, diamonds, I did not grow up skinny. Like, I was always bigger. My max weight was 234 pounds. And obviously the people in my family are big too. So it was something that was normal for us. However, I knew I needed to do different. I needed to be different. So therefore I became different. I started to make the choices that were going to lead me to the life that I wanted to live, to the figure I wanted to have, to the body I wanted to have. So although me and my family and my aunts and sisters and cousins, and although we have the same type of dietary lifestyle and even the genetics, although we have the same, I am the only one who has managed to lose the weight, keep the weight off, and continue to live that way. Why? Being different is a choice. Being skinny is a choice. Being beautiful is a choice. Being successful is a choice. Any type of positive thing in this life is a choice. And I'm not going to say that it's easy. The reality of it is everything in life is hard. You just need to choose your hard. It's hard being disciplined and having a strict diet and focusing on nutrients and taking care of yourself. It's hard doing that. But it's a lot harder to wake up every day in a body you don't want to be in, or feel self-conscious, or not be able to go after the things you desire because you don't feel like you're where you need to be. So it's like everything is hard. You're just going to choose your type of hard. And this is what separates people from each other. This is what separates the diamonds and the main characters from society as a whole. I've been dealt some really crappy cards in my life, and every day, even on my worst day, even on my worst days, I might cry, I might go to sleep. When I wake up, I have a new day. And I tell myself, it's going to be good today. I'm going to have a great day. I'm going to accomplish something. I spoke that over myself during the darkest times of my life, right? Even when I didn't feel beautiful, I still spoke that over myself. There is something character building about that. And that is something that it will separate you from just regular people, just the people in the background. And when you have this concept about yourself, I will say this, at first, it's going to feel like you are crazy and, everyone is judging you and this and that. And although they may be judging you, and people might even call you crazy, right? Whatever the people might say about you, you have to realize as long as you are in line and in tune with yourself, you're going to get where you need to be regardless. It's okay to be different if you're different will take you to a different place that you've never been. We're about to start the new year. I hope you all had a great Christmas. I took some time off, obviously. You guys know I post every single day. I do my shorts, my community posts, and my long format video. But I did take 2 days off just to really enjoy myself, enjoy the things that I got myself, and enjoy my space and my time. But we're back in full effect, and I'm just so excited for 2026. Right now until the end of this year, so we only have like a couple more days left. Everything on the website is 25% off. But this is a special announcement. I will not be continuing the website in 2026. We're just going to go back to video format and just connecting that way. But as far as if you've ever wanted to purchase any of the digital guides, the ebooks, the workbooks, now is the time, because December 31st, 2025, we will be closing the store, and there might be a re-emergence. Who knows when it might happen, but for the foreseeable future, we're just going to be focusing on, reprogramming your mind. That's why I make these videos so short. I typically average around 10, 15, no more than 20 minutes of video, because I want you to grasp as much as you can in a short time frame, right? So if you're, say you only have an hour to yourself or 30 minutes to yourself, you can watch 3 to 6 videos, and you can really kind of pinpoint different areas that you need to have some reassurance on, some clarity, some motivation, some insight on. And that's why I make the video so short. There's a purpose for that. I know I've had so many of you diamonds ask me to make my videos longer, but there is a purpose for that. So I think if you are able to really look through the channel and see all the different topics, you will see why I do things the way I do. And I'm just so happy that you are all here. And I will say this, I've read some of your stories, and just the way you diamonds have transformed in such a short period of time, it makes me feel so proud of you. And, I definitely brag about my diamonds. I absolutely love this community that we're building, and we're going to continue to flourish and grow. Every time I look to the analytics, there's new subscribers, there's new comments, there's new shares, and I just absolutely love that you guys are taking the messages that you need and you're utilizing this to help you get where you want to be. So back to the main topic. There can be there's this saying, right? The same hot water that hardens the egg will soften the potato. So the same circumstances that will break someone else will build another person. I don't know if you guys have ever went through something in your life. I'm sure you have. And people will say, oh my gosh, you're so strong. I don't know how you do it. They're not just saying that to make you feel good. There are some things you will experience that another person will go insane over. There is something I've had happen in my life. I've had betrayal from ways you could not imagine, just backstab and being deceived, and a spiritual warfare. I've had people who are closest to me, some people the person I lay next to, the person I shared my business with, the person I called, and I had such a high reference and a title for them. Multiple people throughout my life have attacked me in ways that the average person would have broken from. And I'm talking physical attacks, mental, emotional, spiritual. Have you ever experienced witchcraft being done on you? That's happened. And I say this all the time, and it's this used to bother the very people who were actually doing this against me. And I'd say, oh, I don't look like nothing I've been through, because that's the truth. I don't look like anything I've been through. You look at me and you will never see the story that I have. You will never be like, oh my gosh, all that happened to you. Throughout everything that I've experienced, I was always able to transmute it every single time. Oh, what you think is going to hurt me is only going to help me. And I tell you, diamonds, my favorite scripture of all time is Genesis 50:20. And it says, though you meant evil against me, God intended it for my good. So again, I go back to the point and I drive this home. The same hot water that hardens the egg will soften the potato. The very same thing that someone or people use with the intention of to break you, dismantle you, and destabilize you can be the very thing that catapults you into your next season of success. But you have to realize how to use it. You have to look at the situation from a big picture and see, okay, you're attacking me from this area, so that must mean that I'm strong in this area. So while you continue to attack me, I'm going to absorb these. I'm going to transform it, and I'm going to utilize it to help me get where I need to be, right? The same people that attacked me on my beauty, okay, so I'm going to put more effort into it. Because I've done that, more doors have opened up as a result of it. The same people who attacked my body, okay, I'm going to actually start working on it. Again, doors have opened up for me. It was so funny. I used to get made fun of because I love to read. I'm a bookworm. And I had this one family member tell me, oh my gosh, all you do is just sit in the room and read. Reading isn't going to take you anywhere. This woman told me that when I was in elementary school. there was something that was applaudable. A young kid loving to read, and you just want to diminish that. Hence, I ignored it. I continued to read. And because I'm able to articulate myself so well, I'm able to comprehend so well, and I'm able to have very productive and constructive conversations, it's opened doors for me. Hence, this channel. I don't have this channel because I don't know how to speak. And there's so many other ways that things will open up in your life once you realize that although you may have been thrown into a boiling pot of hot water and people expected you to crumble and be destroyed, you can be refined from it. I love you, diamonds, and I'll talk to you soon.